Welcome back to a brand new vlog. We're sitting here at soccer practice. Robbie's out there playing, which means we officially are 100% COVID negative. All of us have had like 3 negative tests by now. And other than like some exhaustion, we're feeling pretty good. We're feeling a lot better, but I will say I am absolutely exhausted by the end of the day. So you guys, I'm gonna be honest, I made breakfast this morning for the kids. I did not do a ton of school today because I am still so exhausted. I'm just so exhausted. And I don't know if any of you all have had COVID before, which probably some of you have, but it feels like I'll go do one little task. Like I washed a bunch of blankets and bedding today, and then I just like laid down on the blankets afterward on the couch because I'm so exhausted. So I have a little singer in the car. Do you hear Joey singing? All right, guys, we are home from soccer and I have an unbelievable amount of clothes to still fold. I'm folding clothes from our trip. I'm folding socks, underwear, you name it, because we hadn't had our dryer, you guys, fixed. And then now it's all working, and so I'm just backed up on stuff. So I'm doing that really quickly, but I thought, you know what, I'll just fold and kind of talk with you guys while I do this. Okay, first I have to do a public service announcement. This back here, that's all the laundry from the trip that I have yet to wash. So there you have it. Okay, yeah, it's all over there too. Okay, so while we were sick, we had lots of time to watch documentaries and podcasts and some really great sermons and all that sort of thing. So one of the documentaries that my aunt shared with me, because she also got COVID from all of us, from Rich, who really brought the COVID. It was called Idahome, and so we watched it and I loved it. I am so sorry, you guys. I had this like sneeze attack and it has just been happening the last like 2 days. I feel like it's all just like coming out now. So Idahome was amazing. Mel Brooks is in it and he's just so hilarious. But I love anything to do with the 40s, 30s, 50s, 60s, anything to do with old Hollywood and just that glam and even just that simpler time of life. And so this documentary really showed these restaurants that were in New York and all over the place called Idahomats. And I finally get what an Idahome is now. So really long story, but I was in a beauty pageant years ago in college, you guys. And I chose the song Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend to sing for my talent. And there's a part where Marilyn Monroe in the song says, "To help you at the Idahomat." Now I know what an Idahomat is. So if you haven't watched it, it's on Amazon Prime. I don't want to totally give away the whole idea of an Idahome, but it was basically a restaurants that were chains all over, and it almost looks like this little vending machine that you like would put a nickel into, and then you get your homemade gourmet little sandwich, you get your tea and your coffee and your slice of pie, and it was like, I wish there were Idahomats now. I would love to have gone to one. So you have to check that out and let me know what you guys think. If you like anything to do with how, you know, longing for how the world once was, you will like this. So anyway, that's one of my favorite documentaries that we watched with all this with COVID. Thank you, Aunt Becky, for sharing that with me. So yeah, I wanted to share that with you all. Okay, I've moved on to the blanket section of the room. But I love these little chats with you guys. Just keep me company while I'm cleaning. Especially because still recovering from COVID and stuff, it's just nice to have, you know, because we're not really going to a ton of places right now. So it's nice to be able to just kind of turn on the camera and talk. Trying to think what else. Okay, heard a really, really good Bible study / sermon. I have to share this guy with you on Instagram. I have to get his information. I think it's called Lit Prayer, L-I-T Prayer. My mom shared him with me, and it was like an hour-long like sermon, and I was like, this guy's so good. So then what he was saying felt like he was directly speaking to me. My mom felt the same way. I shared it with Rich this afternoon. Rich was like, oh my gosh, this guy is just speaking God's word directly to me right now. I just really feel that. And he was doing a lot of talk about worry and fear. And I was struggling with so much worry and fear, you guys, during COVID. I think it was just a combination of everything that's been going on for the past couple of years with all my optic nerve stuff, my brain stuff, all that sort of thing. So worried about getting COVID because of the inflammation it might do to my head or my brain or my eyesight and my vision and all that. And so it's really hard. It was hard for me to just give up that worry completely, even though I know God is so much greater than all of that. And he's already paid the price for all of that worry and all that fear. But I was struggling with it a lot. So Lit with Prayer, I just put that on there, his Instagram. Go check him out, you guys. He prays and does like sermons every single day, I think 9:15 Pacific time. I mean, his Bible studies are so good, so in the Word, so wonderful. So anyway, go check him out. He was a really great one. He has a podcast too that I've been listening to. And so Rich and I spent maybe, I don't know, an hour and a half today at practice just listening to him. And so that's it, you guys. I have loved this little chat time with you. I've got to get to bed because I've told myself since all this, I am getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. Like, it's a priority. So I'm going to head to bed. It was so nice today. Like, it was the first day we went outside more and just out in the front yard. Who is that coming in? We went out in the front yard and we got to see so many of our neighbors. And Rich and I are just like, our neighbors are coming over, asking how we are, praying for us during all this. And like, I just love where we live, and I love our neighborhood, and I love each and every one of our neighbors. And I just feel so blessed to be here where we are right now. So I miss our families, but I'm not done praying. Then we're going to move out here too. All right, kids are in here, cats in here. It's time to put everybody to bed. There's a kitty tail, and I'll see you guys back here tomorrow. All right, bye guys. Have a good night.